Okay, so this is Trials Fusion. I'm gonna play some random online person-created, online person-created maps in the track central here, and probably not at all talk about the gameplay at all, or the game. Maybe a little bit at first. I'll play the Roach because I suck with the Pit Viper. Actually, somehow I'm best with the TKO Panda, which isn't very normal, I'd say, because it's kind of weird to get used to it. Okay, have I already played this? Who cares? So, this is an idea I had, and I don't know how well, I have played it, there's my name. Don't know how well this is going to work out. This is a Twitch broadcast, so, in the future, if people like this, then you can follow me on Twitch and watch it live. Or I put it up on YouTube, which I'm probably going to do, though maybe not. I don't know. Basically, I'm going to play this game, and if it becomes a good thing, then I'll play multiple games. But I don't want to really talk about the games that much, because the games have been talked about. Everybody talks about games while they're playing the game. Or they have multiple people playing the game, in which case they talk about each other, and make fun of each other, or whatever. Achievement Hunts Let's Play channel. Did I really just crash at the finish line? God damn it. Okay. But I want to talk about other things that interest me. Like, I'm not going to retry that. Frickin' movies. Let's talk about movies. Not going to get the time. That was an easy one and I still folded. Okay. So, I've watched... I'm not going to play any hard map. Played a... Oh, yeah, this is fun. Okay. Watched a movie. Played a movie. Watched a movie called King Arthur yesterday. And it is about exactly what you think it might be about. Which is... King Arthur. But it's actually about King Artorias. And by king, I mean Captain Artorias. Leader of a legionnaire type thing. Oh wait, select map type. Oh. Now I'll go to random seed. Begin! It tries to make a more realistic version of King Arthur's tale. Kind of based on the time period kind of bullshit. Oh. And it's just kind of stupid because they make him a Roman the entire time, and it's Clive Owen, so perfect example of King Arthur. And yeah, it's just it's a little bit weird. Okay, so to start off with, it's Clive Owen as King Arthur. Okay, he's a Roman. Okay. And he's leading a troop, and they kind of just get right into the leading the troop thing. There's narration. There's like 4 different narrators, and they're all different actors of the movie. Actually, one I don't think was an actor in the movie, or he was the guy who played Merlin and never spoke English. So yeah, Merlin doesn't really speak that much, because he's an Angle warrior, like a Gaelic warrior kind of thing, or he's the leader of the Gaelics in this, and he's more of a shaman than a wizard. Like, they call him a wizard, but he never really does anything. Yeah, Ian Grufford is in it. Probably my favorite part of it, really, which is surprising, because basically he plays Mr. Fantastic dressed like King Arthur, even though he's playing Lancelot. He's playing Lancelot, and every single time he's on screen, I'm like, why isn't he Arthur right now? Like, seriously. He should have, like, if he and Clive Owen switched places, it would have made way more sense. Because Ian Grufford as Lancelot commanded way better, or way more of an authority over the other knights, who aren't really knights at all at any part during this movie, by the way. And he just seems like more of the leader. He's more of a leader type. Clive Owen is just like shouting orders, and everybody gets mad at him because of the way that he follows the orders of the Romans. Because he's a Roman through and through, and there's like a bishop. There's like, blue. Okay. There's a bishop, and the bishop is all like, Artorius, I was a friend of your father, so you know for a fact that I am one to be trusted because of that fact that I was your father's friend, and for no other reason. That sounds squishy. And so basically, just because of that, he decides to trust this guy who was supposed to give them their freedom so that they could go home to freaking wherever they're from. Because, like, Tristan he looks like a monk, like a Hun. Like, he looks like Attila the Hun. And the first time they cut to him, like Tristan, scout ahead, and they cut to him, and he's like this freakish, like, barbarian-looking dude. I'm like, he looks so nasty and creepy, but he's a good guy. And I'm like, that's what the good guys look like in this movie? Yeah, it's gonna be a good movie. Sure, yeah. I'm done with this, I guess. How do you finish this? Controls. Oh, down on D-pad. Okay. So it's basically this guy who claims to be Arthur being forced around by the Romans, and then of course the Romans betray them, because that's the only way there could be any sort of development in this movie. Just saying it lightly. So they get betrayed, basically, they get, okay, so premise is they get sent in on a death mission, or like a suicide mission. I don't know why I said death mission. Yeah, I won the bronze. Okay. The suicide mission to save just like a lady and her kid, because the kid is going to be groomed to become Pope one day. So yeah, by the way, religion plays a huge part in this movie. And by that I mean, they sometimes casually ask Arthur why he's so religious, and he just says, you have to have something to have faith in. But in that Clive Owen voice, he's like, you have to have something to have faith in. And then he's all like, because my problem with Arthur's character isn't just Clive Owen, who I'm not a huge fan of, but he can be okay, I guess. He's like the poor man's law, basically. So somehow became an action star, like Gerard Butler, who probably should have stayed in musical theater. But it's just the fact that he's never really a leader. Like, he doesn't act like a leader. He acts like a guy who's being pushed around. And then and then because of that, the rest of his knights feel like they're being pushed around by him. So there's no real trust, and then there's just this artificial trust that's created. Like, at one point, they just look at him, and like, yes, we trust you. Don't know why, but they do. And there's one dude. Darragut? No, Darragut was the one who died. Darragut died in the suicide mission. He was my favorite character, really. Other than Ian Grufford. It's Lancelot. Arthur. Lancelot. Because he's just like, he was just a cool dude. He didn't have to say anything. most of the problem with the rest of the characters is that they say things, and then you're like, you're not at all the character from Arthurian legend. You're stupid. You're a drunk asshole, or a whiny bitch, or not a king. So he was just cool because he was like, but he was the only one that made it seem like, you know, anybody trusted Arthur. Lancelot's always like, why can't you trust me? To Arthur. Everyone else is like, we don't trust you, you're a bloody Roman. I'm talking about the fat no shirts guy, or no sleeves guy. I don't know who that character is supposed to be. At no point did I hear the name and like put it into some form of thought, you know. Because it's confusing, like, Galahad, not Galahad, well, Galahad's a whiny bitch. The other G one is just a Viking for no reason. Like, they try to make him like, oh, well, the Romans took their people from all over. Yeah, the Romans did, but where did these people come from? And I get that they're trying to be historic with it, but it's still historical fiction, so you have no reason really to be stupid about it. Like, the basic idea of it is that, you know, somebody decided, oh, we want to make an Arthurian Legends movie, you know, with Excalibur and all that bullshit. I'm not going to go through, you know, the mystifying stuff. I'm going to skip over all that. I'm going to make it historically accurate, whatever that means. And, oh, yeah, what that means? We're just going to make every character completely different from what they are. So for Arthur, he's still going to be a king. That'll be close enough. And Lancelot will be cool. But other than that, none of the characters, like, Galahad is... No, he's a coward, but he's a faithful, hopeful coward. Right? If I remember correctly. And the other G guy is just, like, brave for absolutely no reason. What is his actual name?